Good morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Grains are mixed overnight. Beans trying to hold on to some slight gains overnight, while meal's gaining on soybean oil. Corn's lower, wheat's mixed with Kansas City higher and Chicago lower. I think, first of all, there was quite a bit of information out yesterday about a speech by the president of IMF. He lowered the world economic outlook from 4.4% in January to 3.6%. U.S. Was lowered from 4% to 3.7%, and they estimate U.S. 2023 growth at 2.3%. 2021 was 5.7%. China was lowered to 4.4%. The government's goal has always been 5.5%. Last year's China's growth was 8.1%. So that begins to raise questions about economic growth and the impact that has on commodity demand, on energy demand, and is it the right thing to be raising interest rates at this time? The Fed's had some comments, one of the governors talking about in May 4th, raising U.S. interest rates as much as 75 basis points. So the stock market is up against key resistance. Crude oil is up against key support, and the dollar sharply lower overnight. In the grains, July beans has run up to some pretty strong resistance at that $17 level. There is talk about higher demand for both crush and exports, lowering the carryout, but it's almost like we need some new information, especially from China, to push us through that $17 price level. Supports around the $16.47 area. Soybean oil has found resistance in the July at 78 cents a pound, and supports at 75 cents a pound. We've got the Dalian soybean futures lower, while meal's higher. Palm and soybean oil were actually lower. Over in the corn market, again, we ran up against some resistance at the $8 level. I think we'll kind of trade sideways for a while until we see more about the demand for U.S. corn exports, what the ethanol numbers say, and eventually if there's more corn fed domestically because of higher wheat prices. We also note that wheat prices are been moving about 35 cents every day, up or down, and we're waiting for the next headline. The 6 to 10 day shows dry weather across most of the southern plains, and so is the 8 to 14 day. For the Midwest, it's colder than normal, and it looks like it might remain that way until at least the middle of May. The jet stream is pretty active, with rains in the Dakotas coming down into the eastern Corn Belt and parts of the extreme western southern plains and the Delta. And that pattern will probably continue until such time that we move to a more warmer and drier pattern this late spring and summer. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day. Remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.